Good evening, good afternoon, wherever you find yourself in this weird, wild, wacky world, and welcome to the exciting installment of Darkness in Dublin. Fate is an interesting mistress. Whether it is rolling snake eyes right when your life savings depended on it, or the girl of your dreams finally saying yes. Fate makes fools and princes of men, or so it is said. Tonight, and it is late, it's very late, long past midnight. The hours have ticked away. But then again, hours tend to have that effect. After all, in many ways, time is just an illusion. Well, or so they say. A thick fog, almost akin to pea soup, has rolled over the city. The city that is at sleep, at rest, slumbering away. You all feel you are woken, not jarringly woken, but still woken from dreamless sleeps. You feel yourself lulled back into consciousness, and there is an immense sense that something that you are needed somewhere, or that there is something afoot. You can't quite put your finger on it. You can't quite exactly say what, but needless to say, it feels as if you're being tugged like a rope or some ephemeral cord is pulling. For Darcy and Anna, it's slightly more unusual. Darcy, you will be woken to the sound of, how would I describe it? The sound of a door opening, and the sound of it's very unusual. You will hear metal on stone, like as in the sound of footsteps, but they are very very definitely metal footsteps on stone.
That isn't awkward at all. Um, yeah, Darcy will go and have a look.
As you walk out, you will see a figure standing in your walking out of a door that joins to the main sitting room of your apartment style suite. It is a figure dressed in gleaming silver armor with a full-faced visored helmet, and the helmet is down at the moment. Across his shoulders there is displayed a cloak of very fine ermine that is going down into a purple silk. And in his arms, he has the unconscious form of the boy whom is your current charge.
Oh shit! No! 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 We're going after that.
The figure turns, he's standing there, he isn't walking away.
Okay. Yeah. Darcy will kind of grab the boy. It's like, no, no, no. No. I need to take care of him. He's going back. I don't know who you are, but he's going back.
The figure dressed in armor stops as you place your hand in the boy's. For the record, in case you forgot, his name's Tobias.
Yeah, that one. Thank you.
Tobias's hand, and you try to drag him back, but he will place a hand on your shoulder, and he will kind of quirk his head to the side, and under the visor, he will say, "Lost are memories, far away, beyond the mist's moon, moored, you'll find your truth. Come, see them dance, and perhaps you'll find the boy in you." And as he says that, both of the figures will basically fade, is the best way I could tell, almost as if they join the mist outside. It's rather unearthly. It's like a shimmering, and then they're gone. But the
I'd like
boy is Tobias is definitely missing.
Oh god. I'd like to point out that Darcy is like, there is not a boy inside me at the moment.
Okay.
Shit. So they're like gone, right?
Correct.
Fuck. Who knew that she was gonna need to take care of? Anna knew that she was gonna need to take care of this guy.
Anna, did you know?
Calling.
Anna, your phone is ringing. Diddle-doo, diddle-doo, diddle-doo,
Anna will answer her phone, sounding like she has a mouthful of potato chips. Hello?
Hi, sorry I'm calling you right now. I know it's stupid of me and I'm really fucking up right now and I'm sorry. But there was some sort of a night and he took the boy, Tobias, Arthur, whatever you want to call him, and I couldn't really stop him, so shit.
There's silence. You can hear paper rustling, things falling over. Okay, Darcy. Exactly what happened?
Well, that I was sleeping and I woke up and there was a noise and I went to look and there was this guy in armor and with like some sort of a purple mantle, and you know, purple really fits gold better than silver. Silver is more like a blue thing. Um, Gold and red actually. You really shouldn't match purple with. Anyway, yeah, like it was really an outdated look, like completely medieval. Um,
Like from back
and
when purple was a color for royalty.
um, yeah, I don't know what those royals were thinking, really. Like, especially the kind of purple is really tacky.
Okay,
Um,
Darcy. I'm coming over.
yeah, they kind of disappeared in some sort of a fog.
We'll find them.
Cool.
As you all, as I said, you're all stirred from sleep, wakened. Now that I've done that brief little interlude, you will all start to hear something carried on the breeze. Almost like an echo or a memory. And for the record, Evan is not three voices. However, you will hear three voices intermingled in a single melody as it will sing. Sayun 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 Sukhan and Margin Sayun Sakayun Sekhaina Deum Sekenan Sunum Siki Sianan Sekunun Vri Anan Zukan Kenan Vri Sekanen Erum Da Darini Vut Sekanen Se Uman Sekani Hut Sion Sakainum Sion Sunum Setan Margin Sion Sakainum Sakainum Sunrin Sakainum Sunrin. Does anyone here speak Irish as a language?
I do.
Anyone else?
Evan,
No.
I'm going to use naming one to try and understand it. Will this require Fae or actor?
Faye.
Yay, my affinity. I believe I get -1 diff if it
is your affinity realm?
Yep.
Yes. Switching hats.
Right.
Yay, hats.
You get the World Forger.
And is the target's banality greater than 7? Just want to double check this.
Oh, fuck no.
Oh, thank God for that. Let's see. Okay. I'm going to try for a bunk here. As he's listening to this being sung, he's going to try and slowly imitate the words, like a child trying to learn a song. I'm not going to bother singing it because I don't want to hurt everyone's ears. But the first word I picked up on was Scion, so he'll try singing that slowly and trying to match the words and trying to match the song. Does that get me anywhere for a bunk?
Hold on, let me look at your sheet.
Can I be approximately 7 feet away from him?
No. Unless you both happen to live in the same apartment building, which I very much doubt.
I didn't know if we were all at home or that was just Darcy. My bad.
No, you were all at home. You were all in your home places. We are going to be gathering you very shortly.
In that case, I happen to spend most of my nights in my freehold. So I think that's another -1.
That would be another -1.
Right. So down to
Oh.
6.
All right. I will give you 1 point for the bunk.
Rightio. So to 5.
You will need to spend an additional point of clamor to get to Fey 5 for the purposes of meeting realm requirements.
Jeez.
I think Austin has a vague idea what was singing.
Yes.
Yeah, but like even a chimera takes Fey 4. Jeez.
3
Okay.
for a chimera. Ghislaine and other weird things are 5.
Okay. So this is
I have an
something-
idea what was singing. So yes.
This is practically a living cantrip. Jesus. Okay, give me a second.
You just have to spend. What is your Fey?
I have Fey 4.
Cool. Yeah, you just have to spend a point of glamour. Basically.
Okay.
And an additional point of glamour.
Yeah.
Well, it's normally a chimerical effect.
Then it costs 0. So yeah.
So I have to spend the 1 for getting to Fey 5, but that's it. Right.
Yep.
Correct.
Diff 5. Ooh. Scheisse. The one time I rolled 2 10s, I also got 2 1s. I did get an 8 and a 9 though, so I do understand it, Evan.
Okay. For those of you who understand it, it says the following: "Come, come, the travelers come. Follow the sound that is dawning. Come, come, the travelers come. A legend lives on when the hero is reborn. We seek no legends. We guard his throne. We honor his death, and we honor his death and safeguard his bones. The tale that lives on in the song to be told. We hear the others as you all. We hear the others as your world it grows old. Come, come, the traveler," and then the chorus repeats.
I don't even have to make a roll to know that's a failed curiosity check.
Yeah, that is.
Evan.
Yes, dear.
I'd like to make intelligence academics because I have a specialty in mythology to see if that fits any known myths.
It's way too broad. Like there's so many that it could be. You need more information.
All right.
However, once again, you all feel a tug. You don't actually think it's tugging you. You think more so that something is dragging or pulling something else, and that you are feeling the residuals of it, like as if you're feeling the afterthoughts or the wave you're being swept up in by something else. But as you look outside, you'll become immediately aware through either prime sight or your own innate magical purposes, this fog is not natural. This fog is entirely magical. It is composed not of air, not of water. It is more so something to veil, something to conceal, something to mesmerize, something to avert the eyes. So,
Mikhail will.
Sorry, continue.
Mikhail will awaken from his slumber, hear the song, dress himself. And Nimat, Shiam, Bikwa.
Mm.
We're going for a walk. Prepare yourselves.
As you talk to them, you will notice, Austin, they are entirely memorized. You actually have to get their attention by like snapping your fingers or like making some kind of physical or physically touching them before they will respond to you.
Boop, boop, bop.
We are sorry, Sadiq. We were in the moment, but we hear, we obey.
Prepare yourselves. Things are going to get weird.
When are things ever normal?
When we're back home, it's a Tuesday, and I'm getting a good lunch.
You mean when you're getting a good lunch?
Yes.
Ah, very good. We'll bring the car out front. But all of you, as I said, who hear the call, who follow the tug, you will eventually make your way through whatever means, either a car, a car or walking primarily, because it's so late the buses have stopped running, etc. You will make your way to the docks, to the Dublin City Dockland. Here, there is an almost palpable sense of something. It feels as if you're not necessarily where you were, but you're not necessarily somewhere else. Also, I love how all of my adventures that involve Christina end up her going in her pajamas to random places. I'm just going to say that now for posterity.
I know, but she's not in her pajamas this time because the last like 4 scenes she's been in her pajamas, so not today.
Not today, Satan. I'm
Not
going
today,
to wear
Satan.
clothes.
But she is going to see if she can get Archimedes to come with her.
He's somewhat intrigued by what's going on, so he will be perched on your shoulders, on your shoulder.
Fantastic. Then yes, she will be there with an owl perched on her shoulder.
But yes, you will all, as I say, you don't know why, you don't know how, you've just decided that this is where you need to be. So with that in mind, I will sweep down the line and we will do our introductions. You will find yourself standing on a wharf quayside. It's an entirely innocuous place, I assure you. Like, you have no idea why you're stood here. Any reason that there is no reason for you to be here other than maybe you followed the song, because the song is still being sung over and over, but it's more subtle now. It's not ringing in your ears. It's nearly difficult to hear. You have to actually listen for it to be able to hear it. So we will sweep down my list of people and then we will continue on. So first of all, we have the Wunderkinder, that are Darcy and Anna. So I'm going to say they arrived together.
Yeah, Darcy or Anna swung by Darcy's place, picked up Darcy, and dragged Darcy along following this song.
And yeah, Darcy is definitely in her pajamas, like this pink baby doll thing, and she has like the face mask that she kind of, is still on top of her head. And she's just following Anna. It's like, okay, so what the fuck are we doing here?
Following the song.
It's a little cold.
Actually, Darcy, it's not.
Oh, it's not cold.
It's pleasant. It's oddly warm for the time of year and the fact it's evening. It's almost balmy, almost like summertime.
Cool. So yeah, she's just kind of looking around. It's like, is that song has anything to do with like the night or?
Probably, yeah.
Ah, okay.
What it's saying, it can't be a coincidence.
Okay. Next, we're going to move on to, oh dear. Next on my list is going to be Angela.
Tap,
Gonna
tap,
be like
tap, 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 listen to Spotify, tap, 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 tap. Looks up. Holy shit, is that Darcy Ellsworth? Looks over, squints. Yeah, it is! Hi, I'm a big fan.
Hi.
I really liked Up in the Club. You want to take a selfie?
Looks at her pajamas. Sure.
On a side note, if Angela posts that, I will make a
Takes a
rumor about the
selfie.
fact it goes viral tomorrow.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely going viral.
Oh, screw. Okay.
Do it, Tim. I'll give you extra XP.
Hey.
Okay, keeping this trailer fire moving. The next up for the introduction is going to be Christina.
Well, noting that it's warmer than usual, she does not bring her sweater. She's in jeans and a top of some sort. T-shirt.
Archimedes is, however, wearing an adorable little. He is, however, wearing an adorable little scarf.
That's awesome. Yes. And yeah, she walks up with the owl that is Archimedes perched on her shoulder. She nods and smiles to those she recognizes, which is everybody except Angela for right now.
The owl kind of peers down from the shoulder at Angela. An owl could peer. Interesting. I haven't seen an anthropomorphic.
Wait, did the owl just talk?
Yes, it did. It said, "I haven't seen an anthropomorphic snake before."
I haven't seen a talking owl before, so there's that. Also, hello, you're very interesting.
I like it.
You want to take a selfie?
Christina waves. Hello.
Mana
So the
will
owl-
wave to Christina.
I just have to say this because it's hilarious. The owl is going to flap over, perch on Angela's shoulder for a selfie.
She's gonna take a selfie.
That is amazing.
My universe is now complete. Next up is going to be Mikhail.
Mikhail pulls up to where the wharf is and gets out of his vehicle. New model Honda Civic, very nice, lovely red color. All the lines super crisp, super sharp. He steps out. He's casual clothing, jeans, polo, style shirt, and for those who can sense the presence of the familiar, one stands behind him in the shadows, and then two women will join him at his side as he approaches the wharf, listening to the song.
Cool. Next, we have Anthony.
From anyone looking at him from a mundane perspective, we'll see a medium-sized, quite lanky, thin person, dark hair, wearing blue jeans, what appear to be Converse shoes, dark t-shirt, in a woolen overcoat with the collar turned up. And for ST reference, there is a pen in his pocket because from his Fae, anyone looking at him who is a Fae would see the coat become a long dark overcoat almost down to his ankles. The shirt becomes a silken tunic. The jeans become what they look like, something like between breeches and trousers. The Converse become shoe boots made of some dark hide, and the pen in his pocket is transformed into a chimerical sword hanging at his hip. Just sort of looks around, trying to find where that voice is coming from. Probably spots the other people, but apart from seeing that, I assume, Tim, I can see your chimerical form.
Yep.
So,
Too long didn't read. Snake Girl.
yep. So apart from spotting the fact that there is what he assumes to be a puka, or possibly a strange chimera, floating in the water, he isn't really going to take much notice because he doesn't really recognize mages on sight.
Okay. And last but not least, we have Lottie.
Hello? Oh, sorry. So, Hottie heard that strange music while she was in her regular apartment, and thus grabbed her Hello Kitty bat and strolled along looking for it, because, of course, she was going to look for the weird music. Why wouldn't she look for the weird music? But she's armed. Albeit with a Hello Kitty bat, but she's armed.
Is it an adorable Hello Kitty bat?
It is bright pink with the Sanrio character's face on it.
That is amazing.
Wait, hang on. Is this the thing that Max gave you that does like 1 billion ag damage if it hits someone? Because I need that to be a Hello Kitty bat.
You know what? I can't even remember the stats for that. I'm just going to say the regular Hello Kitty bat. Because more than likely, Lottie would have heard this at her regular apartment and not the Chantry. Because if she heard it at the Chantry, she would have dragged Eliza with her.
Alright, so, Kim, important question. Do you have a very specific book with you? Or not Kim, fucking Heather. Do you have a very specific book with you?
Yes.
Alright. What you guys will see as you gather at the wharf is pretty interesting. You will see a large leather-bound book tear its way free from whatever. Do you have it in your purse or in a bag?
Yeah, she's got it in her bag.
It tears its way free from the bag. The bag will unzip, and it will simply float out. The book, it will then open in a very dramatic fashion, snapping open. And it will start to glow with a vague crimson golden light.
Angela's going to note the fact that everyone has considered the talking owl and the floating glowing book normal.
Well,
I didn't say that.
Unexpected.
I mean,
like no one said anything about either of these.
This is
it's normal to Christina. She doesn't. Yeah, sure.
Mikhail displays almost no emotion.
Anna looks confused.
Mikhail is gonna get the side eye.
Like, huh? I didn't think I could do that.
What's he doing?
Christina will compliment Lottie's bag. It's
Wait, holy
adorable.
shit, is that DJ Lots _OV?
The fuck? Hello to you too? Wait, are y'all following the voice too? She's just gonna swing the bat.
Yeah, Christina nods. Indeed, I believe so.
Listen, I was just listening to my fucking Spotify playlist, and I just got here. Yo, can I take a selfie? Can I take a selfie with you?
Yeah, bro. One sec. This is her home bat, so she's got hair ties on it on the bat, so she'll like put her hair up because it's all a mess. Be like, yeah, let's go.
Takes a selfie with Lottie.
Okay.
There's the double horns and the tongue out.
You guys will start to see etched into the book's pages, which were blank up until now. The book is now writing very, very furiously, scribbling down sentence after sentence. Perfectly legible.
Mikhail's
What language?
going to read it.
It's in English.
Oh,
I'm going to assume at least in that case, Mikhail, will you read it out loud? Because otherwise, like everyone's not going to be able to crowd around it to read it.
Sure.
Okay. It says the following. And so it was on a storm riven night, where the mist was so thick one could barely see their hand before their face, they gathered. The forgotten princess who would share her time now. The forgotten princess who would share her time now with the keeper of stories, the gardener of the world, whom would rub shoulders with the shepherd, with the shepherd of the media of the new world, the bard of ages who would come into contact now with the man who would whisper in the ears of kings, all while it was the master of spirits read these words.
I think there was something wrong with their water or something.
The first steps were taken. However, were they taken in ignorance, or were they taken in the possibility of seeing the dawn tomorrow? Only time would come to tell. Because after all, if one knows how a story ends, then it's not a very good read. At which point, the book will cease glowing, because you'll actually have to catch the book as it's about to, otherwise it'll fall on the ground. So it's just like,
Yoink.
Wait, that doesn't make any sense though. There's plenty of fucking stories that where you know the ending. Romeo and Juliet.
I think the story means us.
Oh yes, it is absolutely certainly talking about us.
I have
If
no
Damn.
idea what you're talking about.
How
It
much
rec-
do you all know?
I know that we gathered together after probably hearing mysterious music, and some condescending book started reciting information. 2 and 2 equals fish.
Anna will hold her hand out for the book from Mikhail.
He'll hand it back over.
This
Listen, I was just
book. Oh, go ahead.
listening to spot.
This book contains the accurate history of what happened to King Arthur after his death. It was empty until now.
I mean, I could go buy copies of Fate Stay Night though.
That's
Damn.
not true.
and you will Harold, who has walked over to you. You'll just see face palm.
However, I wonder. There comes a voice that cuts across the silence. Angela Lou, will your faith last the night?
Leans over to Angela. I think you just got that in.
Creepy head turn.
Also, Lau. It's Lau, not Lou.
Oh, sorry. The voice will have gotten it correct. My apologies.
Wow.
You will see 3 figures stood at the
Okay.
end of the wharf. They are pictured exactly as shown. One of them spoke, but you don't know which one.
Lottie's just gonna think back to that one time she met those people. One of them may have been Merlin. There was definitely some interesting people there. Oh, those years ago.
Evan, are all 3 figures visibly female?
Yeah. One is young, one is middle-aged, and one is old.
Oh God.
And it's the Norns.
Yep.
not.
Wait, are the Norns Arthurian?
Norns or Hecate or
Or
the
the Goon.
Maori or the Fates.
There are lots of them.
Yep.
Boo.
Bugger.
There was
Darcy has
nothing.
no idea.
There was nothing written in the book because there was no story there to be written. However, you have now stepped into the story, meaning there is a story now to be written.
Yes.
Balls!
Did you guys take Tobias?
No.
Then where is he?
Where
'Cause,
he needs to be.
well, he needs to be in my penthouse.
Why do you have a kid in your penthouse, Darcy?
Uh,
Who let you watch a kid?
Hey! Siren told me to
Eyebrow
look
goes
after
up.
him.
Oh, you have a
Good.
child now?
No.
No. No.
Adopted?
No.
Look, someone
Who's
has...
letting you watch over a child?
Yeah! Thank you, that's what I'm saying. Stop interrupting me, jeez.
I'm sorry, I'm
Wait,
just
wait,
trying to
wait.
get an official comment.
Shush, 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 shush. Cut
What?
with hands
What
over Angela's
official?
mouth.
There's nothing official here.
So Siren's having you babysit?
Well, it needed a place to stay, and I happen to have a penthouse suite with a double bedroom. Made sense, room service is free, sort of. Actually, living there is free, sort of.
Plus, it's more secure than my place, or at least we thought until tonight.
Yeah, well, sorry, I can't help it that I'm some sort of a stupid knight with, like, I don't know, a sense of style that's coming at least from the 80s. It's like,
Business in the front, party in the back?
well, more like a lot of plate in the front, a lot of purple in the back.
Oh,
If you wish to find Tobias, it's rather simple. The lead figure will say, you can tell it's the middle figure, the more matronly one who speaks. And she says, he's right there. She will gesture out into the fog, at which point you will start to see the fog biffit and billow, rather, in a spiral, almost as if it is caught within the eye of a tiny hurricane, until right, impossibly close, only about, you'd say, 600-700 feet away from the dock, you see an island. This is definitely not like anything here. You see a small expanse covered in green trees with a single great mountain in the center. Here's where it needs to be.
Ah, fuck. So we have to cross ocean to get to him.
You have to what, sir?
So we have to cross part of the ocean to get to him?
I mean, Darcy is going. You guys may all be, like, waiting, and Darcy's just going. Like, yeah.
Oh, Anna is going. Hesitantly, but going.
Angela is going and asking all sorts of inane questions. Why did you adopt a kid, and then why did that kid get kidnapped? Are they trying to ransom you?
Blink, blink. What? No? Huh?
I mean, it sounds like that's what's happening right now. This sounds like the plot to Rush Hour.
No. It's much more epic than that.
I don't know. Rush Hour was a pretty good movie.
Look, if you want any kind of official tale, you can talk to my agent tomorrow morning, okay?
The question remains, before you set foot upon a journey that cannot take a step, before you set the first step on a journey in which there is no backward step, for this first step, if you all agree, we can provide you with a guide.
Cool, sure.
I'm game.
Don't see how that could hurt, so yes.
What kind of guide?
Someone who knows where it is you're going.
And are they going to take
Who
us
are we
to
treating with?
Are they going to take us to where we want to go, or where they want to go?
They will take you where you need to go.
Okay.
Who are we treating with?
However, what was that? Sorry.
Mikhail will ask, who are we treating with?
That which is, that which was, and that which will be.
Gonna raise an eyebrow. I've dealt with many who claim that.
Would you like a demonstration?
Yes.
Of which? That which is, that which was, or that which will be?
That which will be.
The figure, the leftmost figure in the veil, steps forward, and she beckons you to come close.
Mikhail will step forward.
She will gently place her hand on your forehead. Her eyes will close. You find yourself standing in what appears to be a cathedral of some kind, or no, it's a very high vaulted building, but it doesn't seem like necessarily that it is religious. And you see a figure dressed in black armor with a sword in one hand. The sword feels in every way wrong, and he is draped in a crimson cloak. There is a look of malice and hatred in his eyes as he stands over a body of someone much younger than he is, with blonde hair. The figure appears to be broken on the ground, his hand raised in order to ward away the blow that is coming. And in that moment of hatred, vile, and vitriol, you see the sword plunge downwards, and you feel the sword pierce through your own heart. You feel your lifeblood ebb from you. Everything goes dark, and you are sure in that moment that you will die until it is you blink back to reality.
Mikhail will nod. But I still don't have a name. As he leans forward. How are we to address you? How are we to call you? How are we to solidify our pact?
If you must, the old name is best. They all say that in perfect unison. The maiden, the mother, and the crow.
Excellent. Well, I agree to this guide.
Can we go now?
So does Bequa.
The last one to agree is Harold. Anthony?
Yep.
You are the last one who needs to either agree or question or say no.
He's going to take a couple of steps forward and say, do you serve the story, or do you serve fate itself?
Oh, and neither.
In that case, I must ask, need this story have a happy ending?
This story will have the ending that you give it.
In that case, you have my assent.
We emphasize, once we allow him free, he cannot be put back in the box as easily. They will gather around in kind of a triangle. And when they step back, there is a figure who's kind of seated, like cross-legged on the ground. You hear the clank as it moves, as it's got chains connecting its wrists and ankles. She will, the mother will hold out the chains to one of you gathered, to this individual, who looks as pissed off as he's shown.
Cool.
Of course. Of course.
Come now, we can make a deal. Wait, where the hell? Wait, hang on. One moment. When or where the hell am I? Silence. We've allowed you back. The story is yet to be told. I understand, but needless to say, it was an isolated incident. Who knew that the donkey's head would affect him as badly as it did? That's not my fault.
I told you that.
God.
You told
God,
me.
no.
Eat a dick. I'm a real man, and then you did it anyway.
Can we go now?
They're offering up the chains to this random dude to one of you to take. Like, come on, someone's gonna be responsible.
Angela will take it.
Cool. I was gonna say if no one does it, then but Darcy's like she just wants to go.
Oh my! It's a pleasure to meet you all. He'll stand. He's really short. Like when I say really short, he's only about 5'2", and he bows. And he'll say, "A pleasure to meet you all, one and all. Yes. Needless to say, I'm so sorry. I haven't done people in quite a while. There was that one instance involving that one poncy British writer.
Okay,
Anyway,
you don't need to do people. Do Chihuahua. Follow Trace.
is she always as much of a bitch?
Mikhail shrugs.
Yeah, well, needless to
No.
say.
Mostly, she's quite pleasant.
Oh, fascinating. Well, my name is Puck. At your service.
Puck?
So, Mr. Goodfellow.
Oh, we are going to do tea and biscuits, please. There's someone missing. Can we go?
Oh my. He turns and he says, "Is that what I think it is?" Oh my. Oh well, yes. I should think that forward locomotion might indeed be desired. I only have one question. How are we going to get from here to there? You'll have noticed, by the way, that 3 women have gone.
I mean,
Well-
You're the guide, Puck. Guide.
Oh, is that a request?
That was what we were told you were for.
Oh, well.
Fulfill the purpose contracted.
Very well.
oh no.
You see a green light gather around his fingers before he snaps his fingers.
Uh-oh.
At which point, there is a lovely boat that's sitting right in front of you. It's an incredibly fancy-looking speedboat that might or might not have a really odd Japanese dragon on it, but who's to say? It's fine, don't worry about it.
Oh,
Oh,
God.
no.
Okay.
There! I've provided you with a means of transportation. I'm always happy to be of service, my lord. You merely have to ask, and Puck is at your service.
What's the catch?
There's a catch.
I know these games.
How about we worry about the catch?
Mikhail
later?
just crosses his arms and looks.
I mean, the catch is its Puck.
Hello.
Well, pleasure to meet you, Puck. Hi, I'm Darcy. Let's get
Who
going.
did you steal the boat from?
We'll just pay
I
money.
don't know.
when
It was
we
over
get
there. It was fine. It was pretty.
Boats
What could possibly
at the
go
dock are not for free use.
I mean,
No, he said, fulfill your contractual obligations. I'm fulfilling my contractual obligations.
to be fair,
Wording.
do any of us have a boat?
I mean, I could get one probably, but it would take a while. This boat is here. We'll pay for it later.
Got it. Oh, by the way, hello, Puck. My name is Elisa Maza of the NYPD. It's good to meet you.
I get that reference. If it helps, some of the pictures I've got for the scene, people are gonna fucking rage kill me. But Puck will very happily kind of put his hands behind the back of his head and walk onto the boat like.
Does anyone know how to steer a boat?
Oh, I know how to steer a boat. I got this.
Awesome.
I can figure it out.
All right. Since Angela's going to take the wheel, hey Angela, would you like to make me a dexterity drive roll with a specialty in boats if you have it?
I don't have a specialty in boats.
Do you actually
Mikhail is following along.
Do you actually? Oh no, there's a specialist skill for this. Do you actually have sail as a skill?
Do I actually have what as a skill?
Sail.
Oh no.
Okay. Roll me your dexterity plus your drive at a +2 diff.
Got it.
Oh bother.
Austin, quick question.
Yarp.
Does nickname require me to know someone's true name already?
Nope.
Rightio.
It does not.
I'm gonna botch this guy's watch.
Please don't destroy Lord Sideshow's boat.
This will be fine.
We'll make sure to sink it when we get back.
That's fine. We'll just charm
Oh,
Sideshow.
there's one success. Angela manages to. It's pretty interesting. So you guys were on the boat for about half an hour. It looks like she's about to overshoot the mark. Like nope. Okay, there it is. In the meantime, Puck has raided Lord Sideshow's liquor cabinet. I just want you to know this.
All right.
I mean, surely this was a rental, right?
Totally. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So,
I can't believe Angela pulled that shit off.
Do you have any idea where it is you're actually going?
Nope.
Considering you're in a contract with us and you have an idea, that means we have an idea. So yes.
Well, in theory, you have to ask me to do something before I can do it.
Can you take us on the safest and most and fastest route, relatively speaking, to the individual known as Tobias, who is henceforth going to be the name of the individual that Miss Darcy Ellsworth was looking for?
That was incredibly exact. Yes, I can.
Evan,
Mm-hmm.
I'm so tempted to bind that with an oath.
Can if you like. Do you have rank 4 of Thingamabob?
No, but that was not casual wording. That was an actual stated deal. Given the wording he used, it wasn't casual.
Does contract 2... No, contract 2 actually requires it to be a written agreement, doesn't it?
No.
Oh.
I have contract 3.
For the record, he now looks more akin to this. When my Medicam stops freezing. Yes, he now looks more akin to this.
Of course he does.
Heather, can you PM me what happened?
And then back.
Yeah. So now that we're all on the boat, Anna's not doing so good. She looks like she's ready to bolt, actually.
Am I? Are you seasick?
No, just terrified of being on a boat in open water.
No. I could
The
make the
water's
boat
not that
fly if
open.
you'd like.
You can what?
I can make the boat fly if you'd like.
That
Sounds
would
awesome.
be preferable. Yes.
Yeah. Harold. Harold was about to basically ram his hands over both of your mouths and just scream, "Shut up!"
So
Puck snaps. Mikhail sits down and crosses his legs.
All right.
And I assume Namat and Shyam follow suit.
No, they're more so bodily protecting you from what is about to happen. So,
Okay.
have you ever seen what happens when a bolt is launched via catapult?
Oh, this is why you don't make casual agreements with him.
So the boat literally is launched vertically into the air on a side note. You guys can kiss your sideshow speedboat goodbye. As it rockets through the air at incredible speed. It is you literally have to duck, cover, grab onto something for support because this is going to go biblically wrong as it starts screaming towards the shoreline of the island. Please make me dexterity athletics rolls difficulty 8 to bomb out of the boat into the water before it impacts.
Oh boy.
Let's see. How much athletics do I have?
Oh boy.
Wait. So the choices
I have athletics.
the choices are bail out into open water or stay on the boat until it crashes.
No, basically it's to jump out when the boat is just over the water over the island. So basically,
Okay.
you're not going. So yeah, as it gets closer to the ground or to ground level, basically.
Alrighty.
Dexterity,
Oh,
athletics,
there's-
difficulty.
There's this rather adorable scene as poor Archimedes grabs onto Cassandra and just attempts to flap.
What? One success. Whoa.
Nina.
I got one as well.
I'll be back in 2 minutes, guys. I just need to go to the bathroom.
I'm going to run my sword through that bastard.
Wow.
Watch, I'm gonna be the only motherfucker to fail. Watch.
I got 2 successes. Yay.
I'm gonna be that one motherfucker that fails.
I need to ask if I'm getting any help from my retainers.
Right.
This is gonna be sad, possibly
Oh.
for me.
Also, just to let you know, Austin, while we're doing the scene, I'm also currently actually statting out my chimerical companion, which is why he isn't here.
Good.
Oh shit, I actually got 2 successes on that.
I have the feeling we have to buy Lord Saisho a new boat after this.
Yeah.
Sounds like a bunch of y'all problems.
Yep.
Yeah, I get the distinct impression I may have to start rolling for initiative every time Puck makes an offer. Like, must make the mages shut up.
You know, what was
But
the
it's
deal
so
that was made
much
that
fun.
caused this? I actually didn't catch that.
He said that we could fly instead of
Yeah,
fail.
and I spotted the obvious. He said he like fly doesn't necessarily mean safely, and they just went, yeah, great.
I mean, I as a player saw
No.
the obvious.
I did not say. I did not say that. I didn't. I said that would be preferable.
Saskia.
I did it, yes.
Do it.
So,
Okay, so guys, I'm back.
Here's-
Did anyone fail?
No.
well,
No.
before I roll,
Mhm.
are Namat or Shyam doing anything to help me?
Yeah, they'll give you a -2 diff.
All right, so 6. Right, I get 1 success. Fucking
Hooray.
ones.
Did anyone fail?
I don't think so.
Nope.
All right, guys. You will all impact the water at high velocities as you see the boat sail into a cliff and explode.
Oh my god. Well,
You will all coincidentally see Puck kind of hovering about 30 feet above the water. As he's sitting in
Holy
front.
shit, what did I miss?
We just made a boat explode.
Whose boat?
No one important.
I don't know. There was a dragon on the side of it, I think. Or the bottom, or
You know what? No one important. It's probably some weebs. Let's move on.
Right?
It's definitely some rich weeb's boat. He probably lives in a castle.
Yeah. I'm worried about.
As I said, you guys would see Puck kind of, sitting above the water, kind of looking perpetually amused.
Oh, Evan,
Yes.
in the midst of the bailout, can I have saved a bottle of SciShow's Good Hennessy?
Yes, you can.
Oh yeah!
I just love the image of there with a bottle clasp between her teeth as she's fucking done paddling towards shore. It'll take you guys. It'll take you guys 10 minutes swimming to reach the shore. And as you set foot on it, Puck will stand, bows really deeply, really graciously, and he'll say, "Welcome, my friends, my acquaintances, my captors, maybe? Yes, captors. Welcome, my captors."
Someone's breathing into their mic.
I think it's Lindsay.
It was me, sorry.
Oh, good.
Hang on just a moment. So yes, he bows very, very deeply and he says, "Welcome, my captors, to Avalon."
Whelp.
Anna drags herself out of the water and she kind of shakes herself off like a dog and takes a minute to wring out her hair.
Do they have clothing stores here? Because my pajamas are ruined.
Oh, would you like a new outfit?
Yeah.
Darcy!
Yeah, like,
Darcy, no!
Harold is actually going to run over and like bring his fist back. He like it's almost like I'm either shut up, woman, or I'm going to hit you. No more deals.
Darcy, let's just be happy that we are out of the water. Lottie will say as she crawls up from the sand.
Listen,
Darcy.
See
It's
what
okay
I
to
did
make-
bad for your hair.
listen, it's okay to make deals, but you have to be careful about your wording.
Changeling ST hat on.
Yes.
Changeling players.
Yes.
Roll me that Ink Greymare.
Okay, got it.
Okay. I think I get a bonus to this, but I'm going to double check.
You get a -1 dice.
Oh yay!
Hashtag that I live in life.
Yep.
Whew, damn!
Int Greymare. Does scholarly apply?
Yes.
Okay.
Jesus Christ, Tim, that is a roll of the century. Good God.
For real.
So Tim, I will get with you later because there's a book I'm gonna have to write you.
Oh,
Okay. Okay. What was the diff?
Unless I give otherwise, standard is 6.
Okay, so I got it down to 5. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, and the 1 would negate that 10. So 5 successes.
So I'm gonna get with both of you later. You are in a place of legend. Things are probably going to be a lot realer here than they would elsewhere.
I was just going to say, for the purposes of this place, you're going to count it as the near dreaming.
okay.
Yeah.
So-
Got it.
Hold
So-
on. Doesn't that mean like there are
Yes.
actually like several
There
stat
are
modifiers?
Yes. So since you are in the near dreaming, the base difficulty for all cantrips starts at 7. All chimerical things are real. So your voil, your companions, your items are all solid, as well as the main of both of your changeling form becomes visible. So Snake Lady's now Snake Lady.
Oh boy.
With a fork tongue
now-
and snake
and-
eyes, too.
And now,
yeah.
I'm standing here holding like I'm reaching for a sword that you can now all see.
Waves the bat. Who gave that fucker a sword? Where did you get the sword?
Whoa.
As I was going to say, you can also, as I said, so Anthony will now look like his she self, and obviously Angela will also look like her Buka self.
Oh shite! I just remembered.
Oh, wait. So did Lottie just start swinging?
No, Lottie's just gonna point and be like, who gave him a sword?
Austin,
Mm-hmm.
a horrifying thought's just occurred to me.
Uh-huh.
I've had meaningful interactions with these people.
Not
In-
really.
Yeah. Please let me know when I reach that threshold.
You're only in the near dreaming.
Well,
Not just yet.
I'm thinking of my seeming frailty.
Yeah.
With the
I don't think
adoration
we're
effect.
out like that just yet.
Yeah, no,
So-
you weren't quite at... You weren't at meaningful interaction yet.
Needless to
Okay.
say, no one sets foot on Avalon without the king's blessing. So we may have to go and procure that before I can take you to your friend. Unless you'd like to attempt to sidestep him and his authority, and I can take you straight there.
That sounds like a
Not-
terrible idea.
Not even vaguely. Not even vaguely.
Who's the king now?
The king is the same as it's always been.
But
Right
Name
and
him.
proper by the book.
Elvis.
Oberon.
Wait a minute. Wait a second. I thought you and King Oberon didn't get on.
Oh, we don't.
Yes, you should definitely lead us by the most safe and expedient manner, without taking us through any of the king's own private lands and domains through which we may not enter without his consent.
Damn it, I didn't think you'd get that one.
low fives to the dude. Weird dude with the accent. I got you, bro.
Weird dude with the accent. Gorgeous elf man.
What is your
Yep.
appearance? Rebecca?
Low high five to the gorgeous elf man.
I don't believe I gain appearance when I'm in she form.
Yeah, you do.
Well, no, but as a she, automatically you probably have an appearance that's above 4. So I'm curious, what is your?
Oh yeah,
actual-
yeah. I have
Mhm.
appearance 4. He also has an appearance speciality of commanding.
That's why I was
So-
wondering.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty
So-
elf man.
Pretty elf man.
I'm
So-
just pretty. And yes, that's the comment that Darcy will make.
I'm
Ugh.
I'm guessing Legolas and the Naga have been with us all along, and we just couldn't see it, right?
Legolas?
Oh shit! Here we go.
You
So-
called me Legolas?
If it helps, I'm led to understand. If it helps, I'm led to understand that Legolas is actually helpful and vaguely useful for things.
I mean, in the book, he was super cool.
What do you call an elf without legs?
High fives to Darcy. High fives to Darcy.
Yep.
He,
Ah, good.
Okay, can we go now?
hold on. Hold on.
He'll look at Darcy and he'll look at Darcy and he'll say, "Lady Darcy,
Yeah,
you
what?
understood, and it's rather unfortunate, and I feel so dreadful. I feel my heart bleeds for the fact that I've tricked and misled you. Will you offer me your forgiveness?"
No, 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 no. Darcy, Darcy.
That's for what? Look, I just want to go. We just want to keep going. Can we just keep going?
Oh,
I
so
don't
what you're saying is you'd like to go?
No.
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 Saying that,
No.
like, they have an entire plan. I know nothing. I'm stupid, okay? They have an entire plan. I want to follow the plan, but I don't want to talk for hours and wait for everything to be finished.
Listen,
Ugh.
do you want to save this person or not?
Look, I just said follow your plan. Do the
Answer the
smart thing.
question.
I'm
Do you want to save
stupid.
this person or not?
Yes.
If you want to save this person, you have to go along with it. You can't just throw your words around like they're nothing. They
I'm
mean
not
something.
throwing anything around except fists if this keeps going.
Look, Darcy. It's Darcy, right?
Yes, it's Darcy.
Here's how this works.
Duh, of
If you
course it's
want,
Darcy.
if you want to save the person that you're here to save,
I'm listening to
then
you guys.
then you stop making bland statements and deals, And if we have to sit here and talk for 4 hours with this thing, pointing at Buck, then we do that. We know what we're doing here.
Cool, then you
Do
guys
not-
can talk for 4 hours. I don't have that time.
This is, believe me, this is something like the dreaming. We have time.
What the fuck is the dreaming?
Oh.
Darcy.
Would you like to
Listen.
understand the dreaming?
No.
No.
Wait.
No.
Puck, just stay there.
Oh,
Stay there,
okay.
Puck. 1 second. Stay there.
Oh wait,
At this
you're
point-
you're commanding me to stay here. Very well.
No. I'm not commanding you to do anything.
Evan,
Yes.
I'm going to draw the sword. I'm going to level it at Puck and just say, if you try to twist their words once more, Robin Goodfellow, I will bind you by my arts. Do you understand me?
You really attempt to intercede in what the mistress is. Oh, I welcome it. Bring it. Yes, come on.
Angela coughs and says, as agreed upon before, I would like to disregard the current topic at hand and go back onto our current objective, which is, at the moment, going through this island to search for Tobias in a way that does not violate the king's lands or sovereignty over them.
Thumbs up. Keeps quiet. Thumbs up.
Damn it. Good. All right. I will take you to King Oberon. Needless to say, I'd recommend you being on your best behavior. And by that, I of course mean Darcy, dearest.
Sure. I
Darcy,
can
Darcy.
get my best behavior.
I have
think
I have
in-
written multiple articles about that not being a thing.
I think for now, Darcy, I think for now, me and you, I think maybe should play the quiet game, at least for a little bit. Because I think we might not be the best at words.
So-
No, I am very good with words, actually.
At least not here. The rules here are different. And I know you want to save Tobias, so let's let
I've
them
dealt with
do what they
ancient
know best.
gods.
Yeah,
Now then.
and this is a lot different.
Oh,
A lot different.
Okay, okay, fine. Just let's go.
Very well
Thank
then.
you.
If you would kindly follow me, the king's residence is not very
Darcy,
far.
You all want to say that I am doing bad and I should keep my mouth shut? Like, please, everybody, get in line, say it once, and we can get it over with and we can continue. No? Okay.
Puck will... Oh, sorry, continue.
Oh, Angela's just going to raise her hand and say, I don't think you're doing badly. I think you're genuinely worried about someone, and I think it demonstrates quite a bit of caring. However, the problem is in this situation, what you say isn't what you mean. What you say is what you say. And that's all there is.
Okay, you
Let's
said
do it.
you're... So basically you said, Darcy, you're stupid in your own way. So anyone else wants to say it in their own way?
I mean, would you care to be smart? He's just not helping.
I'm just not even...
Darcy, we can talk when we get out of here. Please.
Everything he says is a trap.
Except for the fact that I think you have a lovely beard. I don't think that could be a trap.
From what I gather, everything that you say he takes literally.
And Puck starts to walk on. He has his... Once again, he is actually physically chained, and I think Angela's still holding his chain.
Yeah.
For the record, regardless how far he gets from you, the chain actually extends. However, have you tried to yank the chain yet?
No.
Okay. Let me know if you do.
Okay.
Yeah, he will say, that's because, and this is as you're walking for the record, that's because words have power, and ultimately what you say is what you say. It doesn't matter the emotion, the context, it's the wording that matters. If you say yes, then it is yes, unequivocally, because you have said yes.
Like what I said about the boat.
Correct. Consider me a lesson.
You are definitely a lesson in minding your words and the effect they have.
Honestly, I've been bound and trusted like a chicken ever since I gave that one author something to write about. Needless to say, I'm pretty sure that I was his finest work.
Oh, there's quite a bit of debate about that.
Well, it's fine. He was a sexually repressed little worm anyway.
Oh, absolutely. Now,
Eventually, just to kind of keep traction, you guys will eventually find your way to what appears to be a beautifully carved entranceway that simply leads into a cliff that is facing the white sand beach you're currently standing on, if I say. This is one of the entrances to the King's Palace, so if you'd care to follow me.
Which entrance is it?
Hmm?
Which entrance is this?
The one that was closest to us.
Is it the entrance intended for the king? Is it the entrance intended for his servants? Is it the entrance intended for foreign dignitaries?
It is the entrance that's intended for those who come via the sea.
Do we require the king's consent to pass through?
No.
Will there be any punishments for
sounded
not
like a
going
question.
in with the king's consent?
No. Though I'm interested to the fact I've made you so jumpy about the concept of going through a door, you have to ask me a million questions.
It's because you are a manipulative person, Puck.
Yes. However, if you all die, that means I have to go back in the box. I don't like going back in the box. Whereas I'm bound to you now until the day you all die. So I'm free until then.
that
Or rather,
does
free
sound...
for free to have locomotion, rather.
That does sound particularly marvelous for you.
Which almost certainly means... this bloody chain.
If it helps, I didn't think that Avalon could come back to this world. I thought it was shut away.
That's what they thought about the dreaming. Things have
No.
changed.
When our kind retreated, Arcadia went with them, you understand?
Yes, and
We took it with us back then. But it's here, which means it's not there, which is an equally collaborative mindfuck, if you think about it.
oh, hold on. Avalon was taken into
Yes.
dreaming.
Yes?
How
Well, rather,
far?
no. Avalon was a piece of the dreaming that came here, and it kind of got merged. It was like Trods, if you understand me. You could take easily accessible Trods to Avalon, but Avalon is of that place, and when the king retired beyond the gates, he took his place with him, as is his right.
I feel
Which
like
means-
this line of questioning is better
Wait,
served.
wait,
elsewhere.
wait. What do you mean when the king retired beyond the gates?
Oh my, that's
When,
incredibly complicated.
When Oberon would have gone through the gates of through the Silver's Gate, which means
As was
he's
his
now
right.
returned.
Well, no, he hasn't. This is here, but then again, here isn't here.
But you yourself said we'd have to. Oh God!
I sense this place is here because it is prophesied to be here.
Puck,
Yes.
is the king on this island?
Yes.
Is it King Oberon?
I assume so.
But you don't know for sure. So
I haven't
it
been
might...
back here in an exceedingly long time.
So it could
As
be
he said, he's
Arthur.
been in a box.
Sorry,
Could
what
it
was that? What was that, Austin?
Mikhail goes, as he said, he's been in a box for a very long time.
And no, to answer your question, it cannot be the once and future king because he's buried here.
But that does mean he's here.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh
Can we
shit.
get moving now?
Puck,
Yes.
I think it's best if you go through the gate, through the entrance first,
Is that
just in case. It's my statement that I think it's for the best. However, you need not take it as a command unless my fellows here present affirm it as such. He's going to look around, waiting to see if everyone wishes to say that he should go first.
If he
Important
doesn't go
point.
first, I am.
As a matter of protocol, whom is to speak?
Well, please let it not be the people that will make this last for 4 hours.
Okay, Evan.
Mm-hmm.
This is going to sound a bit stupid. Is there a roll I can make to basically keep my temper? Because I'll be honest with you, Harold is like is a hair's breadth away from just saying, you know what, Miss Ellsworth, you go first. You can speak for us all. You can speak for the person that you've come here to save. He's a hair's breadth away from saying that.
It's just roleplay it, boot, bro.
Yeah.
Willpower is also an appropriate roll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hang on, before I continue on, there's a Wild Max. Hi, Wild Max.
I will roll willpower to see if he manages to avoid just giving in and saying that, because
Worry not, for I am not here.
Okay. You're just being a fly on the wall?
The biggest one.
Hello, Shadow Max.
All right.
Okay.
So,
2 successes, I pass. I don't manage to
so
scream
Puck
that out.
he'll stride forward and he will push open the doors.
Anna will hurry after him.
But my question still stands. Whom is to be the lady? Whom is to be the lord? Whom is to dance the dance? For that is where you're going, to the king's ballroom. Whom is to speak?
I shall speak, if there is no one else that can do such.
The problem may be if it is a question of rank.
It's always a question of rank.
Oh,
What is your title? He says to the puka.
Empress of these hands.
Darcy's just gonna look at Anna, shall we?
You know what I mean.
Okay, hang
I
on.
do.
Hang on. Kids, we're just going to stop for a second. Do Anna and Darcy actually walk in?
Yes.
Yes.
Hey.
Mikhail is watching the elf and the Naga have a conversation because they apparently know the rules here.
Yes.
As you two stride in, you come in. This is a really pretty picture, by the way. I really like this picture. You find yourself here. Look how pretty it is. You see that there is music being played and a great ball is currently in full swing. You see many entities with crystal crowns and circlets that appear to be made of living fire that dance beautiful dances. All of them are so stunningly lovely that it could almost break your heart to look upon them, the glories of a bygone age. The music almost sweeps you up, and so it is that you are almost forced to dance by your own feet. It is gay and revelry that you have not ever experienced. You feel as if here your hearts could truly sing. As you enter, however, the two humans enter first. Everything stops. There's a moment of... And you see dozens of alien eyes looking at you.
Oh, God. Evan?
Yes?
I'm going to step in and just quietly step in front of the humans.
As you attempt to do that, you are pushed and buffeted back.
Ah, shit.
By what or whom? Curiously.
He attempts to step forward, and it's as if he attempts to step into a wall, basically. So he tries to step forward, and it's if he's hitting something physical.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which means, oh, bollocks. I need to ask a very important question, because I think we would know.
Mhm.
What is the banality of the two humans who just walked in?
Ridiculously low, both of them.
Oh, thank God for that.
I could work out the banality, but we're talking. It's either an equal power level with you guys, or if above, only very slightly.
I was
Both of
terrified
them
we just
sit
managed to break
in the
part of the sheet.
What was that, Austin? Sorry?
4-ish.
I
Both
mean,
of them will sit between kind of like the 4 and 5. So experienced Wilder, had some bad times, early Grump. The sheet has not yet been broken.
Right.
I'm
With
going to use
Christina,
that phrase.
with
Oh, sorry.
Christina having fairy affinity, does that lower her banality?
No.
It just
Okay.
means they like being around you. They feel
Yes.
something,
Yeah.
and, you know.
But does not
Okay.
mechanically lower your banality.
At which
All right.
point, for the record, I had to use this space claim at some point. I'm so glad I did it for this. You will see a figure stand on that dais that is located in the picture, and he looks around with amber eyes. A figure that cuts a dashing personage with a crown that sits upon his head, a blade that sits upon his hip. So the blade in his hand in this picture is actually sitting on his hip, and you will see this figure.
Oh, bother.
Yep. As soon as the king stands, Evan, Harold's going to go to one knee.
Same thing with Angela.
Because the king is standing, all beneath him should probably show their submission, and he's going to just hiss at the humans. Kneel, damn it!
Anna will
I
also
follow the ones who know what they're doing.
Yep. Anna's getting down on one knee and dragging Darcy with her.
I mean, Darcy has etiquette. She understands the rules, even though you may not think. So she will kneel. She actually does it kind of elegantly.
It's more out of concern that we both get through this than anything on Darcy's part. And it's just like, oh crap, get down with me.
He looks down at those who have entered his hall, and his eyes narrow. There's almost a little disgust in his face as he says, "Oh, I see. Have more thieves come amongst us to pilfer our belongings?" If they do not use their tongues, perhaps they should lose them.
Okay, Angela will stand up and say, "My lord, if I may."
Are you retainer to these things?
The mortals are contractually obligated to be serving me at the moment, and I am my lord's fool. I may or may not have pranked these stupid humans into, well, giving chase to something that they desire here. Unfortunately, they went much too far for me to stop them, and for that, Your Majesty, I humbly apologize.
So you're saying that they have overstepped their bounds?
Harold will get to his feet. Your Majesty, with your consent, I would address you. And head bowed.
He looks at you and he says, "Interesting. How's that lunar symbol as a moon?"
Moon and stars, yeah.
It
Yeah,
says,
crescent
"It has
moon
been
and two
some
stars."
time since I have seen the moon, and the stars of... Yes, you may speak.
Many thanks, Your Majesty. This Puka speaks unwisely, for
It
as
is
a
a
commoner,
puka.
she does not fully comprehend her words.
It is a puka. That is what they do.
True,
Would
but
I
I
argue
thought
with the
it
fish
best.
because it breathes? Would I argue with the fish because it breathes the water?
I would not imagine so, Your Majesty. Nevertheless, I felt it best to make such things clear, so that all here present may know the record of it. These mortals have entered this place under the guidance of one Robin Goodfellow, commonly known as Puck, at the invitation, perhaps one might say, of beings who serve the weird. For it was the maiden, the mother, and the crone who directed us here to retrieve a child who is the ward and charge of one of these mortals. We come not to steal, but to reclaim, not to take what is yours, but to retrieve what is theirs.
When last night folk like this stood in my hall, they sold me such pleasantries, they spoke such words of friendship, and then they stole from me.
It is not the night folk who speak here now, my king, but I, as a she-knight, who speak these words.
So, you knight of House Ilunid, doth solemnly swear that you have not come here to pilfer from me what is mine, in my protection and under my charge.
I swear that to my knowledge, I have not come here to take any such thing over which you possess rightful dominion. If, however, the thing which we come here to seek, you do claim as your own, I humbly beseech that you state so now before me and before these mortals, so that we may know the error of our journey and return our quest unfulfilled.
I have no claim on any child whom it is that you speak or prattle about, like baying of babes.
It's not a child, sire.
Did it speak to me? Without my beatings to speak.
I fear it did, Your Majesty.
It looks down at Darcy and it will say, "What is your name?"
Darcy.
Stand.
And yeah, she'll stand.
He looks down at you with those glinting amber eyes. There is, I emphasize, there is nothing human in the face. Like, it looks entirely devoid of emotion that you would consider to be human. You've come here to reclaim something. Why is it that you think it is here?
Because we were pointed in this direction. If it's not here, that's fine, and we have to find somewhere else.
Very well.
Look, if you need some sort of a promise or something that I will only get, like, Tobias/Arthur, that's fine. I can give you that promise. I'm not going to take anything else. I don't want anything else from you.
You have stood in my lands without my leave. You have come to my hall and dared to speak without permission. You talk about taking that which you do not understand. 3 offenses. He taps his fingers on the sword. Tap, tap, tap. Any offenses? Very well. You will honor my court in some fashion with skill of artifice, or I will kill 3 of your friends.
How do you want me to serve?
He walks back and takes a seat, and he says, I will let you discuss it amongst yourselves. Some skill, some art, something that we have not seen. If you please us, then you will have all that you wish and more. If not, as I said, 3 lives. He holds up his fingers. You may discuss. At which point the music starts up again and you'll see the people start to dance again. Feel free to talk amongst yourselves. I'm going to go get a drink.
Anna lets out a breath that it seems like she has been holding for a very long time.
Darcy's just gonna look around and says, "You're about as arrogant as a..." Never mind.
Was that meant to be mumbled?
Yeah.
I'm going to roll perception awareness.
I mean, it's clearly hearable for you guys.
That was the king of this realm, and you managed to offend him.
I mean, I don't think I was
How?
the only one who managed to do that. I think you guys were doing a pretty good damn job at it yourselves. But that isn't the question right now, okay? So what can we do?
He doesn't leave this land.
He wants
that
a
right?
test of art. It's more than likely. But that doesn't mean running away is an option.
No, I just...
There's no going back. Remember what the woman said.
He said something that hasn't been seen here before. He wanted a display of skill with it.
Skill or artifice?
I mean,
Would a lighter be one of those?
Given that I can kindle a flame with my own hand, I don't think so.
No, but a tiny little device that kindles flame? Come on, you don't think there'd be novelty in that for these people?
Not for these ones. There are treasures that can do the same thing.
I suppose you're
Magic
probably
items
right.
Coming.
have they
Magic
ever
items are pretty common.
Hang on, what was that?
Magic items are pretty common. You just have to know how to look for them.
Sorry, Darcy, what were you saying?
No, nothing yet. She was just considering, like, and she'll sort of pipe up to the rest. So, has the King's Mind ever been read?
I doubt it. No one would have that much, well, stupidity.
Oh, you haven't met us.
I could do that.
I advise immense caution.
Of course. I'm always cautious.
I
Again,
motion
with
to
multiple
not do
articles
that.
about that not being true.
I would like to make I believe it's a politics roll, or it could be an etiquette roll, to basically determine whether or not, by Fey etiquette, even offering to read the King's mind is potentially offensive.
Okay, make me the into politics roll. It'll be going to be difficulty 7 because that's pretty randomly esoteric.
Right, yeah. It's
Fuck it, I'll
still
make that etiquette roll as well.
Evan,
Yes.
can I make an intelligence academics or intelligence occult roll to figure out what I actually know about Oberon?
Yeah, sure.
Evan, 5 successes.
Oh, wow. I'll wait for Tim to roll his up.
I've only got like 2.
Okay. I was going to set a threshold of 2 successes, so you'll both get the same anyway. Basically, it would richly depend. If he considered it to be amusing, like a delightful bit of nonsense, it could go well, but there's a huge chance he would just take it as an offense.
Right.
But you don't.
The problem is
it would depend on the individual.
we need
Okay.
to know what he hasn't seen before, which is difficult when you're dealing with what I'm guessing is an Arcadian she.
And I've got 3 successes on my roll.
Okay, so Oberon is in Shakespeare described as being, obviously he is the husband and lord of Titania, who is meant to be the most beautiful creature who has ever lived and ever will live.
I believe she's also the Queen of Summer.
Yes, she is. Oberon is often considered to be linked to winter. Fun fact. But he is meant to be a warrior of unequaled renown. He is supposed to be infatuated. He's supposed to be infatuated with things like, from what I remember, he loves things like the barren bleakness that is a time without life, and then the reclaiming of the verdant spring. He likes change. He tends to be very interested in the concept of things becoming other things.
Okay.
Oh shit, he also likes music. He's also a huge fan of music.
I mean, that can be a thing.
Well,
Does anyone have performance 10?
No, but still.
No.
Because play
I mean-
well enough to appeal to him.
I've got. Oh, sorry.
No, I was
You
gonna say if Lottie probably brought her phone.
We could combine forces.
I actually have an idea for something. Yeah. Okay. So the goal here is to give him some demonstration of skill or artifice that he's never seen before, right?
Yes, basically to entertain the court.
Okay. I have a crazy ass idea, and I need to pull up some lyrics for something. Expression, the skill expression, like the talent, that can also be used for doing things like, I don't know, reciting poetry.
I would say that's performance.
Oh, one fuck there. Can't do that.
However,
performance or art if you're a mage, probably.
yeah. But I think Lottie had an interesting idea, which was yes, you do have your phone, for the record. All of you have your phones.
Most of Lottie's current work is always on her phone, which includes a lot of her remixes, because that's what she uses her phone for. She uses it for practice.
You know what? Okay, I will let both Lottie and Darcy make a performance roll. Lottie's performance roll is going to be for how good her remix is. I know that Darcy can sing, but she's done it once before in scenes. So I will let you do a combined, basically you can do a combined check. If anyone else feels like they can add anything else to the performance, feel free to just say it. It can be anything.
Does it have to be with the performance skill, or can it be with any other skill?
It can be with other skills.
Let me think.
It could even be with magical ability to add some kind of touch.
Yeah, because I was thinking
Okay.
I was going to give one of them a nickname to try and enhance them.
Okay, I've got an idea.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, so do I.
Austin, you were saying?
Go ahead with yours.
I was thinking, what about we create the illusion that there are more Darcy?
Darcy gives out of the look of like, you really sure you want that?
I had enough trouble with one of them.
Okay, how would you want to create the illusion though?
Mind.
The issue with that is you could do it to one. You'd have to do it to one person and one person only. So like the audience will still only see one person. If it was done with something like Forces, where you're actively creating a hologram, more people would see it.
Yeah.
I've actually got something I think might be able to facilitate what Heather's suggesting.
Mm.
It's only 1 dot, but I do have Metamorphosis.
Oh, also, are we are technically in a freehold, I think now, aren't we?
Yeah, I'd go
Yes.
with yes. In theory, this place is.
Right, because that makes it diff 6 for me to put a nickname on one of the 2 mortals, the one that's going to be singing. Because I'm going to nickname her Muse.
Yeah, I can probably turn the whole scene into at least something approaching Darcy with enough glamour spends and praying.
Austin, didn't you have an idea as well?
Oh, these are getting far better than what I was gonna do.
Okay.
Boy, what were you gonna do? Come on.
Can I use charisma
no.
empathy to make him more amenable to the performances?
You can roll. What would be to make it more amenable to performance? It would be.
Oh shit! Charisma expression to be the hype man.
Yeah, you can be charisma expression to be the hype man.
Oh, that would probably be more about what I was going for, right?
Yep, you can both do that.
Okay.
Definitely.
Can I spend willpower?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
All right, I will spend a point of willpower for that.
Evan.
Yes.
The nickname is successfully applied for 1 scene.
All right. Oh, so who needs to be Darcy right now?
Darcy?
Other than Darcy, who needs to be Darcy?
Everyone.
Everyone needs.
I don't know.
Basically, who's going to be singing?
Darcy.
In that case, Darcy has now been granted the nickname of Muse.
Cool.
Evan?
Yes.
Can I pull off a Life 2 effect to kind of get my hair going rainbow colors while performing?
Yes, you can.
Constantly shifting colors of hair.
Okay. Yes, you can. And I have noticed the 2 successes on hype. So, Angela, if you'd like to also roll your hype roll.
Okay. Yep.
So, hair is made of solid stuff. So I'm going to manipulate and animate the solid stuff to give Darcy the classic model, always wind in the hair.
Okay, you do that, sir.
Oh. By the way, what was the difficulty for
And
the hair
I will
changing?
be spending quintessence from this. I have several tasks. I will be using tasks that has the wealth, power, and presence resonances.
Awesome.
Because spinning threads is amazing.
Yes, it is.
And I rolled these months ago.
Just to be sure, Austin, it is actor 2 to affect Darcy, isn't it? Because I've spent several minutes talking to her.
Let me just a second. I was looking up other mechanics. I want to say it's
because it says.
Sorry, to answer your question, just before we continue on to ask it, the difficulty is going to be 5 minus focus, etc.
To affect Darcy, it is not quite 2 yet. I would give it actor 3.
All right, that's still fine then.
You are not
okay.
You don't have a long enough or an established enough relationship.
Okay.
And I have 3 successes over 2 rolls to get my hair changing colors constantly.
Okay.
Yeah.
2. Are effects here considered coincidental or vulgar? Is what I'm doing considered? Okay. So.
On the side note, I like how there's so much teamwork. Yay!
-2, -2. Okay, so 3.
Saskia, question.
Yeah.
For the sake of this scene, can Darcy be doing a cover of "Bitch Better Have My Money" by Rihanna?
I can't sing that myself. No.
One of the things I will ask is, what song will you sing? Hang on. Maya, do you exist?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I exist. I've been listening. I've just been waiting to see. Just like, okay, when can I do my roles?
That's
Also,
fine.
I've been digging up songs.
I was going to say both of you, because one of you is going to remix the music and is going to sing it. And this will actually determine the base for your difficulty. What song are you presenting him?
Give me a sec. So I had to pull out my computer to be like, okay, what does my music look like?
Right. So
Oh boy.
I got
What do I gotta say?
5 successes. And that's
Oh yeah, no,
including...
bitch's hair looks fabulous.
Yeah.
What happened?
Basically, Austin gave her the really cool effects of her hair cause it look like it's in a breeze.
Ooh, that Farrah Fawcett hair?
Yeah, the Sarah Fawcett hair.
Yes!
Yeah.
Oh my god!
With-
I could probably play Capital City's Farrah Fawcett. 1 second.
With tagged with the resonance of power, wealth, and presence. I burnt TAS on you. I burnt valuable TAS on you.
Oh.
Yeah, I've had to use glamour twice.
I
I spent
mean,
3 TAS on this one effect. Make it count.
Shit,
I'll
bro.
do my best.
If it helps, I'll tell you right now, because of how discerning this guy is, this is not showing how much I want to kill you all. But before you guys start to throw numbers at this, the starting difficulty was going to be 10 to impress him.
Shit.
I had a feeling because Arcadian he's seen pretty much everything.
Yeah, it's totally true.
Damn.
So, Maya, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna sing?
I have to look. Most of my songs are about revenge.
I still
Oh,
add
boy.
"Bitch Better Have My Money." You can also do "My Neck, My Back."
I mean, I just have a lot of ballads on my YouTube list. I'm like,
Okay, like, what are you looking for?
I mean, I do literally have a song that's called "Only Human," to which he might see some humor there.
Or be
He
insulted. I
might
don't know.
He might also take mild offense.
Guys, a really important point, and I'll actually say this for you guys. Bear in mind where you are and what story that this is all connected to.
That's it. Saskia, look up the song Mr. Skull's Magic.
What?
I do have an artist who might be of use here. I'm not
I
sure
have
whether
one
or not...
too, Heather Dale, but that's like really music.
That's the one I was going to suggest. Heather Dale.
I'm just gonna sit here and say, hey, there's a cool song called Mordred's Lullaby. Just saying.
I know Mordred's Lullaby.
Yeah. So
do you want to get us killed?
I mean, I think that would be less likely to get us killed than, say, Richard Burton's Camelot.
Yeah.
True.
What about the song King Sword?
I don't know that one.
I mean,
because that is all about Excalibur.
I do have Changeling Child, which is more about.
I don't know how they would feel about changelings.
Because Changeling Child is all about a human making a deal with the Fae and not understanding the consequences. And given what we're currently being tested for, that
Fair
could
enough.
be a good way.
Could be a good way or not.
Yeah, I'm just trying to come up with like reasons why it may or may not. So
Oh god, I just don't know if I still know how to sing that one.
It's not necessarily directly Arthurian, but there was All the Stars by SZA that played at the end of Black Panther, which, yeah.
Oh,
That was a terrible song.
I
I'll kill
don't
you all.
know that song.
Sit-
People.
I love
Hey,
that
no,
song.
is lit. You need to sit down, Adam.
No, I was gonna say.
I mean, White Flag is also a pretty good song by
hold
Delta
the
Heavy.
fuck
It's
up.
all about
Hold
we're
the fuck
sorry.
up. I've got it. There's an entire album called Queens of Avalon.
I need. I can't actually sing one.
You also don't have to sing it IRL, Saskia. You don't have to be me.
Wait, also,
I
wait,
mean,
don't
I
have
want to
what
be
now?
you. Joking.
Wait, you also don't have what? What do we need?
What about something from Quest for Camelot?
Oof, girl, you know how hard that song is.
Nostalgia. 1 second.
I mean,
You know, raise the difficulty of my remixing skills.
I'm gonna say we're at the point of people making up your mind time, so we can actually move on and get things done.
what was that called again? That song from Camelot.
Well, the host of Elven folk were dancing. Damn it, that's in my fucking head. Bargain.
I did like the Bad Guys version, though. That guy's song was pretty awesome.
Ah, that time in the 90s where DreamWorks thought they could be Disney.
I thought it was a Warner Brothers Don Bluth
Okay,
movie.
I'll
It was
just
Warner
go
Brothers
with
movie.
because I actually know that one.
It was Warner Brothers, but I don't think it was Don Bluth.
No, I think it was. I think it might have been Amblin.
Yeah, 'cause
Yes, no, it's Amblin.
I didn't realize until the other day that Anastasia was Don Bluth. So,
I mean, Don Bluth guys all look alike, but the girls are actually pretty.
I know, right? So, right, have we picked a song? I'm gonna just look at Darcy. Darcy, have you picked a song?
I mean, the only one I can actually sing is gonna be Mordred's Lullaby.
Cool. We have a plan.
Okay.
So,
Yes.
right, with all of the various different modifiers, and the hype team who've literally been going like, "Hey guys, get hype!" It's really funny because you're literally trying to hype up a bunch of elves who are just entirely like blasé to the fact you're alive.
It is amazing. Yes.
Except many of them are just like they're standing there, kind of like touching Christina's face, just like we like this. We don't know why.
Yes.
Angela literally just shoves Christina's face directly into their hands, like, yes, feel it! Feel it!
Yes, Christina. Use Christina.
You know what? Whatever makes me happy is what I will do right now. Like, that is completely fine.
It's because they don't know why.
Evan, I got this one.
Okay.
She knows that I like her for some reason them enough times now to know that, so it's like, yeah, okay, sure.
Your face gets shoved into a woman's hand, and it was at first this, ooh, this is pretty kind of like gentle like touch, and now it's just like full, like grabbing your face. It's like, I like new things. I like new things. Stay. Listen.
Okay.
I haven't
Her
had
eyes go
anything to
wide.
play
This
with.
is-
I haven't had anything new to play with in so long.
All right, we're gonna have to get some rolls. So, Lottie, first of all, you do your mixing roll, which is going to be. Would you prefer to do dexterity or charisma performance? Because you do either one.
I've been bouncing between the two. Let me just see. Because Lottie's charisma is better than her dex. I think for charisma. Yeah, charisma 4.
Yep. Then roll me your charisma performance. It's going to be standard difficulty.
Can I burn a willpower?
Yes, you can.
Thank God. It's 4. I mean, her specialty is manipulation, but it's not going to work here.
Nope.
God damn it, Lottie. All right. Burning that willpower. Ooh, yes. 1, 2, 3, 4 plus a willpower, 5.
Nice.
Wow, okay, cool. So the music will start to play from Lottie's phone. All of them are immediately transfixed by the fact music is being played from a phone. You kind of see the ooh, look. But yeah, Saskia, roll me some bones.
Okay, I will also spend a willpower, and I also have a -2 difficulty because of my merit artistically gifted.
You're going to be rolling at a total difficulty because everyone has thrown everything and a donkey into you. You're going to be rolling a difficulty 4.
Cool. Is that with or without my own -2?
With included.
Okay, check.
You may thank the hype team.
That is for 5 successes.
All right. Okay. You will see the kings as you sing. You take that breath. In front of you, you will see smoky figures that will act out the song in front of you. You're not exactly sure why, but then again, something is happening all around you. You feel the room take a breath in a way, as many eyes look on hungrily. They feel the emotion that is being gathered at this place before them, and it's as if they're drinking it in. When the song ends and you take a bow, the king who has seated himself in his throne has his eyes closed, and he then very slowly opens them. Interesting. I have not felt in so long. You have honored my court. Both of you step forward to me. He is denoting Darcy and Lottie.
Lottie will put her phone away at the end of the performance, kind of walk with Darcy, and be like, shit.
Oh yeah, this is like this is on the holding hands moment.
This is holding hands moment. They're holding hands. Do we get a smile? Do we get our heads locked off? That's what's running in Lottie's head. She's just like, I don't know what's going on, but you know what? You know what? Chaos. Roll with it, bitch. Roll with it. That's Lottie's brain. Rolling with it, rolling with it, rolling with it.
Darcy's brain is, we probably fucked up, but hey, at least we'll only lose me. I will make sure of that, because, you know, overconfident and low self-esteem.
Hey.
You provided me with entertainment I have not had in a very long time. I'm tempted to keep both of you.
Stays quiet. She doesn't think he's finished. She's not going to interrupt a king.
So, because you have entertained me, you have not just offered me a simple boon, a simple bauble in the form of entertainment, but you have made us feel for the first time in quite some time. He smiles. Both of you may make any request of me that is within my power, in addition to allowing you the freedom of my land as you have requested, and I will.
Wide-eye Lottie moment.
Sire?
Remember what he said. You get one request between the both of you.
Between the both of us, okay.
Oh, okay. In that case, Darcy will just step back and will let Lottie take this, because Darcy is definitely not worthy of something like this.
Okay, out of character. Maya had to do Chinese food. What exactly? I don't order. No one in my house knows how to order Chinese food properly.
How would they live in NYC to order Chinese food?
More like my parents are not good on the cell phone because they're old. What's it? So we are in this. We are in Avalon in order to seek Tobias, right?
Yes.
And basically he said that he will give you the freedom of his lands, which is why you were here, but he's also giving you something else on top of it. Bear in mind, it's something that both of the changelings in this room would probably cut off their own legs and beat people to death with for the prospect of, but, they didn't do anything special.
Lucky bastards.
Thank you so much for your contribution to making it so that we can succeed. Okay. Okay. So we're here in his lands looking for Tobias to bring him home. To bring him so that he may be taken care of by.
Well, he's already given you the thing about Tobias. He said you may search my land, which is why you're here.
Okay.
So
Okay,
he said,
good.
in addition, he's willing to give you because you supplied them with true emotion for once in a very long time.
Yeah, but my question is, we can look for Tobias, but can we bring Tobias back?
He said that if it is not his, yes, you can. He said the same here.
All right. Shit, I can't think of a good boon. Fuck. I can think of making boons, but not giving them. But not asking for one. I can give people favors. I just don't know what to ask.
I am so happy with this flaw that I have right now, which makes me not have to deal with this.
I mean, you could spend a willpower to overcome it.
No.
Dang it.
Thank you. Bless you, Saskia. When I see you soon,
Yeah,
get you
I'll
like
get snacks, right?
I'll get you something. I don't know, stroopwafel. Shit. So there are people behind me.
Mhm.
Okay. Vladi will kind of turn to Darcy. This is both of ours, that we may ask of his generosity.
I mean, there's really nothing that I could ask. Really nothing. That's not something that I'm worthy of, so no.
Vladi's known Darcy for a little bit. She's noticed that Darcy's acting weird. Something's wrong with her. Off.
No.
But she doesn't want to hurt Darcy. She will turn to King Oberon. Curtsy. Sire, this is the most generous gift. And I can think of something my companion here has suffered. And I would ask if you would be able to, if you'd be willing to, sage her of the things that have hurt her, but not change her. Help her heal that which has hurt her in the recent past, so that she may be once again the woman that she is, and not the trauma that has hurt her.
Darcy's gonna look confused and is just gonna shake her head like, no. No, it should be something that you all did great things, and you all should get something.
Yes.
Just get something.
He will stand from his chair. He's quite tall. He's about 6'5", you'd say, and he will take Darcy's hand in his. His hand is incredibly cold. But
it gonna back away.
As you do so, you start to see snow start to fall all around you.
Dottie just wants her derangements to, be healed.
I know. He will close his eyes, and he will lean in and he kisses Darcy on the forehead.
Bear in mind, he's appearance 8, if it helps.
Yeah, I figured as much. You want me to actually roll willpower or something? I don't know.
No, it's fine. Though, once again, your whimsy is kind of kicking in. You're being kissed by an elven king in front of his court. That's pretty fucking whimsical.
Yeah, she's probably gonna giggle like all hell.
He will say, that which has been shattered, rebuilt. That which has been cracked, as if it never was. As it is, as you have requested. When he leans back, he says, I have not fixed that which is broken, but I have made it so that Darcy Ellsworth, for that is your name, can do if she wishes. Is this acceptable to you who has cashed the boon?
Yes, and I thank you. I thank you very much.
Okay, so Darcy, for the rest of the scene, your derangement will not count. And in case I forget to say it to you, you are able to buy it off with XP if you'd like.
Okay.
Because somebody was really nice and you should give Maya a big hug.
I don't deserve this. This is me out of character saying this. God damn it. You guys could have
Listen,
gotten
bitch.
something
I got
nice.
that, what's it, that mine 3 to help your ass out, but you know what? I got a boon now, bitch. I got a boon. Say thank you.
Oh.
You can give me a hug when I see you.
He will say, he will turn to you, he'll turn to the group and he will say, Puck? Oh, hello, your majesty. So good to silence, trickster. Yes, your majesty. You've taken these awesome people, these night folk, and these rather charming artists here. Why? Well, strictly speaking, because of the crypt, my lord. I see. You know what happened when last the night folk set foot in the crypt. Yes! But if it helps, I genuinely don't think that they want to steal from you, my lord. Except for possibly the Puka, but that's because she looks shifty.
Head shaking. No stealing.
But look at, for the record, he just totally called Angela shifty, because it's funny. Oberon looks down and says, very well. They may enter the crypt. They may see with their eyes what lies beneath. For we still have the covenant to keep what remains. Yes, your majesty, I'm sure that's fine. And as I said, I don't think they're going to steal anything. I hope. I really hope. But in that case, I'll lead them down there immediately. Puck? Yes, your majesty? If you deviate from this course, and if you fail to be their servant for even a moment's time, I'll strike you down myself. Oh, of course you will. Oh, wonderful, wonderful. Well, it's good to be appreciated, I guess. Come, people. I think that we've taken up enough of the king's time as it is. Oh, dear.
Best effort, curtsy, and thanks. Follows Puck.
Yeah, that's.
Anna will offer a bow to Oberon and run off after Puck.
Yep, deep bow in recognition of His Majesty and leave.
Good God, are we to keep Christina?
Evan, as Harold is leaving, he's doing the royal prerogative thing. He's making sure he doesn't turn his back on the king till he's at the door.
No, that's fine. I sense that there's going to be some molestation of Christina before she's able to leave.
The elf, for lack of a better term, that's holding Christina's face, traces her thumb from nose, along the cheekbone, and down the jawline. Well, I guess the king says you must go. But don't worry. I'll be there, in the background of your dreams, always. And we'll see each other really soon. I promise. No. And she kind of like pats the cheek. Go on. The king has wishes for you.
Yeah, so she's just kind of like flabbergasted by this and just gives a nod and goes over to everyone else.
Archimedes gives her the look like gives the elf the look like I will peck a motherfucker.
Lottie's gonna unbutton her flannel top. There's a Innsmouth t-shirt underneath and kind of put it over Christina's shoulders. I think you need a shock blanket.
She nods.
And Mikhail is just gonna like back straight backwards, essentially taking the same steps as Harold and be like, nope, not gonna break protocol. Not gonna do it. Wouldn't be prudent.
Same with Angela upon Christina getting out safely.
So just to do a quick flash forward, Puck will lead you to the palace until you come to a really, really dark set of stairs and in a large marble arch that leads down, and he'll say, it's complicated, but the last time, technically speaking, one of you night folk was allowed in here, they stole something that's rather valuable.
Oof. May I ask what it was?
Well, it used to go in a stone.
Dumb bitch.
I see.
That makes a lot of sense now.
Yeah.
Like that.
We're going into the Cave of Wonders.
I don't get it.
Can somebody else please do Arthurian Legends 101 for the slow, please?
Excalibur, the sword in the stone. It was taken from here.
You remember that Disney movie?
Yeah, I got it.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, to give you a sum up, the sword was made by one of Oberon's smiths, a chap named Tintagel. Rather charming. I think I still owe him dross, but that's neither here nor there. And it was presented to, or rather, it was made on request, in inverted commas, for an entity by the name of Nimue, who many people know as the Lady of the Lake. Charming woman, though that might, shall we say, frosty, but that's neither here nor there. Anyway, when he, who is the once and future king, unfortunately died, we agreed to take care of his body, his personal effects, etc. But then one of you came and stole the sword, and we've been rather tetchy about it ever since.
Look,
When
can't
did
the
this
sword
happen?
Number of centuries ago?
Well, that just means that we have to find it back at some point.
and give it back?
Yeah, duh.
Yes. Well, I can understand. The chap was grieving rather significantly, but he should still have known that doing this was a very bad idea.
Stealing from the Fae is often one of the worst ideas.
He was blanketed by the fact he was powerful. He's important. He was important to the story. I don't know if he still is, but that tends to give you somewhat blanket immunity. I believe you call it plot armor in the modern day.
But do you remember his name?
I'm not technically allowed to say it.
Do you remember what he was related to?
Oh, I don't know. It's a wizard from the Arthurian legend who decided to steal
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Oh, him.
No, him. Okay. Then it's probably with... I'm gonna have to deal with... Alright.
You know, I'm guessing pointy hat, long beard.
Total dick.
He never
Signs his letters with an M.
He never dressed like that, but yes. He also didn't have a beard.
Dick.
Yeah, if it means anything, I heard some shit about him being in Kansas for a while. He didn't have a beard there either.
It's propping up on bedtime for me. I gotta bounce.
Mm.
All right,
Yes, yeah.
we won't be too much longer. Anyway,
Evan, is this place?
I do my thing, but sleep is imminent.
Sleep well.
Night all.
Night.
No.
Right.
Evan, is this place well lit? Or is there no lamp at all?
Well, I'm about to put up a picture of the place you're about to walk into, so you can judge for yourself.
Oh la la.
Ooh.
Pointy.
Mm-hmm.
I was basically wondering whether or not to generate some light to help us find our way, but it looks like there might be light streaming in.
Indeed. So you guys will enter into a crypt that is located deep beneath the ground. It is rather beautiful, and you will see the fact that there are 12 statues on either side of the crypt proper, all of which are look to resemble men that are men in armor with swords and shields, each shield bearing a different heraldic device. And they are all centered around a tomb that is centered in the center. The tomb itself has a beautifully carved representation of a sleeping man on it with a sword in his hands. You guys will see a suit of armor that is standing off to the side. One of you has seen the suit of armor before. It is currently standing it is currently standing facing away, or it's currently standing facing the whatchamacallit, facing the tomb proper, and laying on top of the tomb asleep, still clearly, you will see Tobias.
Yeah, Darcy's just gonna shout and run towards Tobias.
Yeah,
Hey, Darcy, that your kid?
Anna's immediately running over to him.
Okay.
Yeah, so how old is this kid? Because I hear kid and then I hear guy.
He's about, you'd guess, the cusp of adulthood, so 17, 18, but they refer to him as a kid because he's very, he looks, hang on, I'll find this picture. He looks, he is not, imposing physically. He is quite thin. You'd almost go so far as to say malnourished. But he still has kind of an oddly noble bearing about him. But yeah, he's probably, if you had to guess, 18 maybe. And this is his picture. 1 second. There it is. That is his picture.
Oh,
Of course you use that picture.
Like, that tells me everything I need.
I'm sorry. Of course I'm going to fuck it. It's the best picture I could find.
Answer the
Yeah,
question.
That's amazing.
To be fair, though, when I was listening and Darcy said Tobias was gone, I legit thought it was like some 6-year-old kid that got spirited away.
Straight up,
No.
same.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
However,
no.
for Darcy, the knight who took him is standing right next to the tomb.
Yeah, I mean, first get Tobias into safety, then start kicking against armor.
Tobias doesn't wake up when you try to fuss him.
That's fine. Can I pull him away from the fucking tomb and the armor?
Yes, you can.
Cool. We're gonna do that.
Fuck, I'm gonna put up life sight real quick.
Okay.
Shame. Although Lottie's coming in, she's got her bat still. She's gonna stand near Darcy and watch the guy and be like, "Yo, don't make any shady moves." Up and down with her Hello Kitty bat.
And
Okay,
it's up.
There's no life in the armor. It's just a suit of armor.
What about Tobias?
He's alive. He's just asleep.
Evan?
Yes?
I'm going to attempt to use a neuromancy to enter this kid's dreams.
Ooh.
If he's asleep, I will shake him awake from inside his own fucking head.
Hold on a second. Let me grab that book. Let me see your sheet, actually.
What level of a neuromancy do you possess?
I only have a neuromancy 1, but I only need 1 for Dreamwalk.
Okay. What level of actor do you have?
I have actor 4.
Oh, he does.
You'll need to spend the additional +1 glamour because you don't know this person who you're trying to enter, so it's a complete stranger to you. But if you're willing to spend, yeah, you can roll your what kind of you can roll the thing. It is currently difficult. Are you going to do some kind of bunk to lower the difficulty?
I don't know if it'll qualify as a bunk, but he's going to kneel down, place his hand on the kid's forehead, and closing his eyes, try and match the kid's breathing. As the kid's breathing very slowly, he's going to try and do the same.
I think that's good enough.
Yeah.
I would give him a bunk for that 1 point bunk.
Yeah, there we go. You can have a 1 point bunk.
Rightio. So that makes it just 5.
Not that there's really points, but yes.
Yep. Only got 5 dice, so let's hope this works.
You can spend willpower.
That's 4 successes.
Okay.
So as far as I can tell, what everyone will see is suddenly he will just physically vanish, and the next moment, pop, I'm inside the kid's dreams.
All right.
Cue more. What the fuck?
Do you physically disappear into the dream? You pop out of existence. I think you do.
Yeah, it does say. Where is it? The character then wholly enters the target's dreams and disappears from the mundane world.
Yeah, there you go.
So yeah, physically vanished.
All right. So,
I'm also going to spend a point of willpower while I'm in his dreams to forge the connection to let me do this again later in case shit happens. Because at the moment, I need to be in his presence.
Sorry, my screen was acting up. Just to point out, we're not technically in the mundane world, so I think you could stay.
I think it's probably funnier if I just poof.
All right.
No.
So basically, yeah, you will poof into his dream. You will see the person pictured, and he is having a conversation with this figure who is dressed exactly as he is shown. When you enter, the figure in the armor will turn and place a hand upon the child's shoulder, and he'll say, "It's time for you to go, Tobias. It's time for you to go, Tobias. They're here to collect you." I do hope that you'll forgive me for having a conversation with myself.
He's got, as I'm guessing, he's going to say, "It is not my forgiveness you need to seek. The boy's custodians."
I told them to follow, and they didn't.
Indeed, but you caused them unnecessary strife. Mortals aren't good at things like that.
They're not mortal.
Near enough from my perspective.
Come on, boy. The Tobias will sit bolt upright, entirely conscious.
And pretty much the same instant, since the dream has ended, you will see Harold pop back into existence.
I think Darcy will just hug Tobias.
Yeah, Anna is hugging him also and fussing over him. Are you okay? What happened?
Tobias kind of sits there for a few moments before he'll say, "I know who I am." Kind of. It's complicated, I guess.
I tried to explain it to you once, but you didn't seem open to it.
That's what comes from talking to yourself.
He gets up on his hands and knees and he stands up He desperately, almost manically, is trying to open the sarcophagus.
Oh, no, 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 no.
Kid.
Yeah, going to go over, grab the boy by the shoulders, and just pull him back. No, 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 no.
Why
You
no?
Because I believe the exact words were, "We are to take nothing except the boy."
We're not
Except
taking
what does not belong
anything.
here. I don't think moving this would be a good idea. Because if what I think is in there, it could hurt him.
It could. But
And if it is his by right, he'll reclaim it at the right time.
that's not what I'm concerned about.
What are you
What if-
concerned about?
Tobias, do you really want to see that?
Oh God.
It's not a matter of what I want to see. It's about the fact that there's something in there I have to get.
You don't
All
have to
right.
get it right now. You can get it another time when it's safe to retrieve it.
It's mine.
This is Avalon, boy, and you are not yet who you will be. At the moment, it falls under the auspice of King Oberon.
Not technically.
He said that we
Shut
couldn't take
up.
anything that wasn't his.
Yes, but
And
must
don't
two
tell
people
me
make
to
things
shut
more
up.
difficult?
No, he was talking to Puck.
He
Yeah,
was.
Okay.
you know what?
Here,
And
items here are being kept in trust for when the Once and Future King returns. If this is the Once and Future King, they're his.
you know what? Fine. And Harold throws up his arms. I'm going down to the beach. When one of you decides to try and get yourselves killed again, so be it. And he'll
Okay.
say to Puck, keep an eye on them until they're safely back at the beach, or Oberon executes them. One or the other.
I think means provide overwatch and assistance for us as he separates himself from the group.
Yes,
no, I don't know why
He's got-
Lancelot's armor is here. That's peculiar. That shouldn't be here.
No, it
And
shouldn't.
he's going to angrily storm off because he's had enough of dealing with these mortals who keep wanting to steal from a fairy king.
Can't we just go back to King Oberon and ask if it is okay for us to take it right now?
That might be the best idea.
Exactly.
But here's the thing. Opening it could have one or few things. It could have the item in question. It could have something completely horrific that maybe somebody who is, reborn or something should not see. Because that'll fuck up with their head, I think.
I mean, isn't that just Tobias' right to decide for himself what he wants?
It's a corpse. I understand what a corpse looks like.
I know.
Alright, if you want to see your old corpse, that's on you, kid.
Look, it's not me. It is and it isn't. We at one point had the same soul, I guess, but the body is not me. I am me. I understand what that means.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
But at the same time, that was also you. Rationally, I get what you're saying, but
look, okay. I don't have any idea why I'm here. I don't know anything about any of this. I don't understand what's going on. As a matter of fact, I kind of just walked into this pseudo clusterfuck from hell. All I know is what I was told. But when I was having this long ass conversation with, I guess, myself, he said that I have to reclaim what's in there, and I have to eventually find what's missing. And I just need to do this. Okay.
Okay, but let's go about this and ask Oberon if it's okay. Yeah? Are you okay with that, Tobias?
I'll wait until he answers. Actually,
I don't. It's up to you, Tobias.
Why? What do you think the problem is?
Well, we basically promised him that we wouldn't take anything away except you. I don't think there's going to be a problem since technically whatever is in there is yours and not his. But it might not hurt to just check to be sure.
But what was said was true. You might be the once and future king, but you're not quite him yet. You have his soul, yes, but you don't have much else.
I mean, he can't become it if we all keep saying that he can't have what he should have.
Arthur, once and future king, had a lot of different aspects of him. He didn't just have that one thing. He had to grow up. Tobias is what, 17? He's not done.
I mean,
Sorry, kids, you're not fully cooked yet.
Disney's Arthur was 12.
Look,
Disney's a full of shit.
Here's why I'm uneasy about this. We just came from meeting Oberon. He doesn't seem like the kind of person who's going to let this go willingly or without a fight.
Look, Puck is he's sitting on the tomb, kind of cross-legged at this point. He'll say, Oberon's many things, but he is, shall we say, bound to agreements. If the boy can take what is in the box, the king won't care. The issue that he has is that somebody took something from him, what was under his protection, and stole it. It's not the same thing. The item or any items that are in that tomb were left here so that they could eventually be reclaimed. That's why we call him the once and future king, because it's meant to come around again.
If so, then I would say let him take it. If it's not going to be an issue. Plus, he needs to find what's missing, right?
I guess.
Have at it, kid. And if all else fails, we can say we misunderstood Puck. Not blaming Puck, but saying we misunderstood.
Oh no, feel free to blame Puck. I tend to find it should be the course of a holiday or something.
Great, we'll blame Puck! Holy shit, I can tell Eris that I blamed Puck for something. Should have a hoot.
A hoot nanny. Arthur, and if you guys will help me, likewise, will eventually get the tomb covering open. There is indeed a body in there who was dressed in decaying fineries and raiment. The boy seems to be very interested in it, though. He will reach into the tomb and he will remove a scabbard that is inlaid with many jewels.
That is super flashy and not. Did he actually take that scabbard into battle?
Yeah, I guess.
If it is what I think it is, probably, yeah.
It's impractical, but I'm not going to argue with the king, I guess.
Not a matter
Actually,
of
no, I will definitely argue with the king.
It's not really a matter of practicality, it's a matter of visibility. Your subjects need to see you going into battle. It's an issue of morale.
You know what? That's a good point. Kid, you go into battle, I will install LED lights on your ass so people know where you're going.
He buckles the sword onto his belt. He nods to himself. He then removes a really small flick knife from inside his coat, like a pocket knife. And he basically runs the blade across with a lot of force, like enough to puncture skin, across the back of his hand, but his hand isn't cut. Okay.
And it is what I thought it is.
What's it?
Okay, to answer your question, actually, this is interesting for actually, yeah, because he is in the Near Dreaming It Would. You basically no, he is not a she. He is not a changeling. You sense he might be a Kithane, maybe. Or what is it? Yeah,
Kinane.
Kinane. Kinane.
Ooh.
However, he is wearing incredibly intricate, and this is physical now because he is here, incredibly intricate chimerical sheet plate.
Like
You
that
want-
really, really good shit that you'd see on like King Bron and them?
Yes.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, because the changelings who have seen him, would you guys like to make an intelligence changeling lore roll to identify the maker's mark?
Yeah, I'll give it a whirl.
Because it's on one of the pauldrons. It's going to be standard diff.
Okay. You said changeling lore, correct?
Yeah, changeling lore.
Oh, damn. 5 successes. I think he's just got
Anthony,
that.
hang on, Anthony, did you roll?
But I have the dual problem that, to my knowledge, Austin hasn't allocated me laws yet, and also my character also walked off, if you recall.
Yes, but you were there
Yeah.
to see him originally, which is why I was saying if he wants to roll it. But that's cool. In that case, I'll give it to
What's
Angela.
it? No, I was gonna like temporarily just give him the lures, but yeah, just give it to him. Never mind.
That is the maker mark, because Austin, for the record, upgraded him since I last had to introduce him. This is the maker's mark of the newly minted Duke Tintagel app, Duke Tintagel Flicker Flame app Duple.
Ooh, okay.
He forged this armor.
Okay. Nice.
So, as you guys leave with the boy and the sheets in tow, when you get back to the beach, briefly, the book will itself shake itself to life again. It will glow with the same red and golden fire before it will open, and all it will say on the page is, "And the new chapter begins. We shall see how the tale shall end." And at that point, kids, I'm going to bring this session to a close because I'm really tired. So, with that in mind, thank you, players, for playing. Thank you, watchers, for watching. This has been another scene in Darkness in Dublin. Have a pleasant evening.